In this week's BlizzPro Weekly, the Warcraft movie gets some more cast members, the Starcraft community picks the winner for the WCS America Player of the Year award, Reaper of Souls gets a release date, Heroes of the Storm has a live Q&A, Hearthstone nerfs ice mages into the ground and the effect that has on the meta, and finally, BlizzPro's long-awaited Game of the Year awards. Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of BlizzPro Weekly. As always, I'm your fantastically bearded, oh-so-scruffy-looking host, Chris Arnone. Another Designed by Human shirt. We're trying this one out. It's got a little green in it. We're hoping it's going to work, but if I'm a little see-through, pardon. Alright. Want to remind everybody, we are not going to have a show next week. It is Christmas. We're going to be taking the week off, but we will be back in the new year, right at the beginning, with more BlizzPro Weekly. Big thank you to all of you who helped with my Indiegogo. My book, The Lost and Broken Realm, is now live. You can buy it right now on Amazon.com. Let's talk World of Warcraft, though.
Here's the beef.
So the world event in Azeroth, known as Winter Veil, has kicked off this weekend. Now this year, not only do you get your annual gift, you also get a new battle pet available right now as well. And we know, of course, JR is just so happy about that. Now for characters at least level 20, you can find the Rotten Little Helper battle pet by opening a gaily wrapped present underneath the tree starting December 25th. Now the Helper has several special Winter Veil themed abilities, such as Booby Trap Presents and Grinch's Gift. The pet is not a guaranteed drop, however, and it is sellable at the auction house. So if you're one of the unlucky few that doesn't get it, you might check there. This year's toy present is the Crashin' Thrashin' Flyer Controller, which will allow you to take to the skies and engage in epic aerial dogfights with other players. If you successfully shoot down another flyer, you'll receive the achievement called Danger Zone. Oh, Kenny Loggins style. Good stuff. Now, more information has been revealed about the movie cast. First off, Clancy Brown, who most know as Kurgan from the first Highlander movie. That may date us here at BlizzPro a little bit, but go watch it. It's awesome. Ignore the rest of the Highlander movies, just that one. All right, be very clear about that. But he has signed on. In addition, we have Daniel Wu. Not a familiar name to a lot of Westerners. He's one of the leading actors in Chinese cinema and an award-winning director for the movie The Heavenly Kings. No information thus far on what roles these particular actors or any of the actors are playing. The movie is still set to begin filming early 2014 with a release date March 11, 2016. All right, time for some Starcraft II.
Want a piece of me, boy?
The 2013 Starcraft II World Championship Series may be over, but the awards are still rolling in. Blizzard Entertainment had fans vote for their favorite American WCS competitor for 2013. Between Alive, Hero, Jaedong, Jim, Polt, Scarlet, and Tasia, there will clearly be only one winner. Your winner for WCS America Favorite Player of 2013 is Scarlet. Now, Scarlet started playing StarCraft II April 2011 and made her first step in the competitive scene by participating in an online, female-only tournament, the NESL Iron Lady, of which she became champion 2 times in a row during autumn 2011. Her journey only started there, though. She also competed in the Playhem Sponsor Me tournament, which is an online event reserved for those who are amateur players without a team or even a sponsorship. Winning that championship took her further along her path to success she had in the IGN Pro League Season 4 in Las Vegas. There was still more in store for her, though, alright? On July 14th, 2012, Scarlet was invited to participate in the StarCraft II World Championship Series Canada. She managed a flawless run through the winner's bracket and reached the grand finals. There, she overwhelmed her opponent to become the WCS Canada National Champion with a 12-1 record in games, securing $6 grand in prize money, as well as a spot in the 2012 Battle.net North American Championship, which she also won. Now this year, she fell just short of hitting the top 16 in the WCS. She finished in the top 4 Season 2 Grand Finals, finished 3rd place in the New York Battlegrounds in November, and recently finished 2nd at the Asus ROG NorthCon just a couple weeks ago. Now, even this award was more of a popularity contest, Scarlet has shown herself to be one of the top foreigners in StarCraft right now, and could have a very good run in 2014. We would personally like to congratulate Scarlet and wish her the very best in this new year and in all of her competitions. All right, let's talk Diablo.
Stay a while and listen.
Reaper of Souls, the expansion for Diablo 3. We've talked about it so much, and everybody wants to know, well, when is it coming? When is it coming? In 3 months. That's when it's fucking coming. March 25th, 2013. The game is already available for pre-order digitally through battle.net. The standard will run you $39.99, while the deluxe digital will run you $59.99. So what comes in that deluxe digital version? Obviously, the game, but also Spectral Hound minion and aesthetic artifacts for Diablo 3, the Treasure Goblin pet for World of Warcraft, Crusader portraits and decals for Starcraft II, and 3 additional character slots. Now there's also a physical collector's edition already up for pre-order on Amazon. All right, this runs you $79.99, and it includes the following. All right, Diablo 3 helms and weapons, a Ghost Wolf minion, 3 additional character slots yet again. Again, the Treasure Goblin pet for WoW, Crusader portraits and Malthael decals for Starcraft II, a behind-the-scenes Blu-ray DVD combo pack, a hardcover Reaper of Souls art book, and a Malthael mousepad. Now keep in mind, this is just PC and Mac. They have not officially announced a release date for that Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition for PlayStation 4. We'll keep you posted when that comes out. So get out there and get your pre-orders in. In the meantime, let's talk about Heroes of the Storm. So we're starting to get a little more news for Heroes of the Storm as community manager Kevin Johnson held a live Q&A live stream with game director Dustin Browder and senior artist Phil Gonzalez on the game. Now he answered a lot of the big questions on everyone's mind. For instance, there is no set date for the Heroes of the Storm beta. Sorry, they're still working on it. Browder did explain that the version of the game we saw at BlizzCon was very much designed for just a 20-minute experience. There's still a lot more work to be done on talents, social systems, and so on. He did emphasize the team is very excited about the game and wants to get that beta out as soon as possible. That answer surprises nobody, as surely no one expected a hard date at this point. This is Blizzard after all. Speaking of that talent system, though, we mentioned, both Browder and Gonzalez talked about what's to come. And it's an area that's going to be fleshed out a lot more. At present, there are a number of talents that are shared between heroes across the board. Going forward, the team will be looking to create some more hero-specific talents. Talent selections will also be getting some aesthetic upgrades. An example of this is Sergeant Hammer, who fights from within a siege tank. Now, when in siege mode, one of the coming talents will allow his tank to float while striking at greater distances. Now, while the topic of PvE objectives was also brought up, all right, Browder explained that initially there were 2 versions of the Cursed Hollow map that they tested internally. One featured PvE objectives, the one they ultimately went with, while the other did not. Now, the reason being is basically the developers found over time the team was far more interested in playing the version that had the PvE objectives, because it was simply put more fun. Now, one big question pulled from Twitter, a lot of people have been asking about this, just how friendly will Heroes of the Storm be toward individuals new to the genre? The team responded that saying that making shorter matches and shared XP are a huge difference maker in making it more accessible. The biggest difference in Heroes of the Storm is that the game would not penalize you for acting on instinct. Since there's no gold and the experience is shared, there's no situation where an individual will be penalized for stealing a kill or leaving a lane as they are in other games. This is really common with most MOBAs, at least in higher level play. Supporting characters are often berated for getting those last hits on opposing heroes because it deprives carries and other gold-intensive characters from getting their much-needed farm. Similarly, there comes a point in most matches where another lane really needs help, but the idea of wandering about and depriving yourself of your experience really keeps you tethered to right where you started. Now, the ability for new players to do what feels natural will be huge. It'll help tear down that steep learning curve usually associated with other MOBAs. Browder made a point of explaining he does not believe complexity and competitiveness are mutually exclusive. He posits that despite simplifications to conventional MOBA systems, Heroes of the Storm will be more than complex enough to support whatever competitive scene the players choose to develop. Skins, this was also talked about. Phil Gonzalez assures us that since the Nexus allows such free range of creativity within all realms of Blizzard and beyond, we'll see lots of cool things in the future, as well as some really fun dance emotes for each hero. I know that's important to some people. Not naming names. JR. Sorry, cough. Arthas is said to have a very formal dance style, for instance. There's another piece of information passed around. The team made it clear that there will be even more information coming in the future in the form of observable games played by developers, as well as more Q&A sessions. Now, if you missed the most recent Q&A, definitely check out heroes.blizzpro.com on the coverage of this and future events. All right, how about we talk about a little Hearthstone?
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
So we're only about a week out from the last patch, and the prominence of mages in the meta has just already riled up the fans, and Blizzard has heard the whining of the players and nerfed frost mages into the ground. Now, Blizzard said they understand the freeze mechanic in the game is frustrating to play against, so they decided to change 3 of the freeze spells to cost 1 more mana apiece. So this means Frost Nova is now going to cost 3 instead of 2, Cone of Cold is going to cost 4 instead of 3, and Blizzard is going to cost 6 instead of 5. Ice mages were really dominating the scene for a few days there, especially right after the patch. But the meta had already started shifting a few days ago as Druid midrange and Paladin healing decks were really starting to become popular to combat those ice mages and just flat out destroy them. In fact, because of them, very few people in higher ranks were even playing ice mages anymore. Ice mages gained popularity because they did well against Warlock aggro, which was dominating in the scene. Now that Blizzard costs 6 mana instead of 5, it makes the best weapon those mages had against aggro really slow down. Because of this, we've already seen the meta shift back to aggro once again. Was Blizzard a little too quick nerfing the mages like this? Was it too heavy-handed, especially since the meta was already starting to shift? It seems just like a very quick change, especially after the last 2 nerfs had taken a couple months to occur. This really makes us wonder if that open beta is hitting this holiday season after all. You know, they're really trying to work things out quickly to hit some sort of open beta deadline. We want to know what you think, so let us know in the comments. What do you think about this change? Do you think Blizzard was too heavy-handed? Or do you really think ice mages were just totally wrecking the meta? Like I said, let us know down in the comments. And it's time. You've been waiting. You've been excited. We've not told you this was coming, but still you're excited for BlizzPro's Game of the Year Awards. So it is Game of the Year season, and we just thought we couldn't be left out in the cold on this. A little Blizzard joke there, sorry. Anyway, so we felt it only fitting to present our own Game of the Year Awards, as meticulously curated by your BlizzPro team. So first off, Best Strategy Game, and the winner is... Alright, congrats to Starcraft II, Heart of the Swarm. So, next up, our award for Best Graphics, and the winner is... And congrats again, Starcraft II, Heart of the Swarm. Nice win on that. How about Best Art Direction? Here's your winner. Okay, Starcraft II again, Heart of the Swarm. Good stuff. It was a good game, don't get me wrong, all right. What about Best Story? Here's your winner. Congrats, Heart of the Swarm, yes. How about Best Game Only Koreans Can Win? Awesome. Yes, Heart of the Swarm. Okay, next one. Let's see. Best game for causing carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, somebody's having a good time. All right, best game for making you curse your lineage. Oh, come on, that one even barely makes sense. How about best use of features that existed in 1998 but weren't added in 2010 because the technology wasn't there yet? That's just ridiculous. Well, here's your winner. How about best use of rocks? Yeah, I don't even get that one, but okay. How about, oh, here's a real category, best sequel. Here's your winner. Yeah, of course it's Heart of the Swarm. How about best prequel? Oh, come on, that's just silly. I know it's true, but okay, fine. That's it. I'm getting to the big dog now. Your Game of the Year for 2013 from BlizzPro.com. Here's your winner. Seriously? What kind of bullshit is this? One game? Okay, Paul, what about Diablo 3 for consoles?
Yeah, it's not really a new game. It's just a new platform, actually.
Oh. Well, ow, Hearthstone. Hearthstone is huge.
It's still in beta, actually. It's not even a game yet.
Well, slap my ass and call me beardless. What's the fucking point of this whole thing? Tell you what, at least next year, pretty sure we're going to have more than just one game to choose from. All right. I guess that does it for our Game of the Year. All right. So subscribe here. We're funny as fuck. All right. Subscribe here. Keep watching. Of course, check out Twizcast. Listen, subscribe there. All of our awesome BlizzPro.tv shows. There's all kinds of cool stuff there. Me, I'm all over the internet. All right. Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Goodreads author. My book's on Amazon. I just made my own website on Wix. I'm all over the place. And of course, check out BlizzPro.com. All the news, reviews, interviews, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Stay beardy, my friends.